Hello to all my friends out in YouTube land. Box Fan D here. Today I will describe some of the things I do to stay organized in my tiny living space. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you all for helping me grow my channel. I reached 1,000 subscribers last night, and now I have to get a lot of watch hours to get monetized, but someday it'll happen. So, in my box fan, I have about 6.5 by 10 foot of living space total, not counting the cab. It is very important that I stay organized because as a full-time nomad, I have everything I own in this tiny space. I have room for basic life essentials and very little else. No room for a lot of pictures or knickknacks or little mementos. I don't have room for the just in case I need it later stuff. Everything I have has a purpose and sometimes multiple purposes. I try to keep everything I buy as small as possible. A rule of thumb I try to follow is quality, not quantity. If it is bad quality, it will not last and you will be replacing it. When I buy clothes, I check the seams, zippers, buttons, and fabric to make sure it will last a while. I can't iron or dry clean, so I make sure it's not too bulky and also wrinkle resistant because I have to fold it. I don't buy, however, expensive stuff because my finances don't allow it. So I shop in discount stores and thrift stores where you can still get quality if you watch for it. Often people try to give me clothing. I feel bad because I seem ungrateful if I don't accept it. The truth is, I just don't have room for it. Sure, I would love to have stacks of nice clothes, but where are we going to put it? So if I get something new, I get rid of something to make room for it. I prefer buying my own clothes because I know exactly what I need and exactly where to put it. I try not to keep bulky sweaters and sweatshirts. I put my dirty clothes in a 5-gallon bucket. The laundry bag was always in the way and it's too bulky. I didn't like it. I wear my clothes for 2 or 3 days at a time, and except for underwear and socks. And I wash in town every 2 weeks. I've added a few clips so you can see where I put things and how I do it. So I hope you enjoy this video. I will be putting out other videos about some tips and tricks I use to help my life be easier. And I do everything I can to make it easy because I don't like a lot of extra work and I don't like to have to move constantly things just to get to something else. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you'll come back for more. Thank you for coming and thank you for supporting me. Bye-bye. This is my storage system. On the stove I have a teapot, and down below I have a percolator stovetop. My produce goes in the back there. I have a couple little saucepans down here, if you can see them. And here in my oven I store all my baking pots and pans. Okay. Up here, I keep all my hanging utensils, as many as possible if I have hooks. A little cast iron skillet there, a little egg pan, saucepan, and a small cast iron skillet there. I keep all my dish soap, shampoo, wash soap, toothbrush, and everything in this little container here. And I do do have an electric coffee pot because when the sun's good, I love a fresh pot of coffee. So I have a little counter space there with a cutting board, my sink, and a little counter space there. I'm always having to move everything. This is my food storage. I have a nice shelf all the way across the back. You can see. I have a nice magnetic knife rack, which I got for Christmas from somebody. And then I have more food and this little spice rack. I bungee my lids because they're interchangeable for all my pots and pans. So that's pretty much my food storage. I do have a little bit more. I have a silverware drawer right here. And the second drawer is from all my plastics, baggies and what have you, all those things. Bottom drawer is a little bit of canned foods. I have a small refrigerator. Holds a little bit, not a lot. A little bit on the door. And then I have a drawer here with all my dry goods, baking, cake mixes and what have you, rice, beans, everything like that. And I have a few more canned goods over in the bottom basket over there. In this basket I carry batteries, miscellaneous equipment and things I need to get to all the time. I have a little glue and some pens and stuff like that, and chargers, things like that. So that's that. I store my dirty clothes in a 5-gallon bucket. Easier to pull out, take into the laundromat, throw a laundry pot in, and it's ready to go. Little tiny basket with extra hand towels, washcloths, and an extra set of sheets. This is my clothing storage, my closet, so to speak. I have one warm jacket, a little down vest, which a friend gave me, and then I also have 2 drawers for clothing. The bottom drawer here, you can see, have a basket with socks, and behind the basket is summer clothes, like lightweight short sleeve shirts, tank tops, this winter and summer pajamas, underwear. That's all I keep in that drawer. Socks, slippers, and gloves. This is my main clothing drawer. I keep warmer long sleeve shirts in the back, lighter weight ones in the front. I have jeans in the front on this side, or pants, warm pants. And back there I have a little warmer outer shirts or a little lightweight jacket and a couple of pairs of sweats. That's my clothing storage. Everything has to be folded just right so it will all fit. I have the 4 stacks in the top and then a couple stacks in the bottom. As most of you know, I had some drawers built at the van build. So these are the 4 drawers. The 2 clothing drawers, and then bottom drawer with the food. This drawer is where I keep all my medications and extra toothbrushes, eye drops, and my nail files and stuff. Okay? So that drawer is full. And this bag I use for all my paperwork. You have to have a place to put your important papers. So down here is where I store my laptop, right on top of the refrigerator under my little pull-out table. And then I have to pull it out and put it under the pillows when I travel, because I had it slide out a couple times and drop on the floor. So that's my pull-out table. So that's pretty much my storage. I do have a 5-gallon drinking water bin with a hand pump. And I do have a 5-gallon water jug under the sink with a USB pump that comes up through the top.